Hi, this is the video blog for the gunshot sounds, to describe how I got to those gunshot sounds. The original sound was bubble wrap. I had some bubble wrap in front of a mic and I was popping it and scrunching it together. The reason I was doing this was I was trying to get a variety of sounds to sort of blend them together to make a sound of the fire at the beginning and on the second floor. The fire of the explosions. I wanted to make it sound as if it was sort of crackling, but without, with a lack of time, it didn't really fit. So after manipulating it a little bit and realising that it wasn't going to fit with the idea that I had of there not being any time and I wanted an echo of sounds, I instead decided to use it for the gunshots. So what I did was I got two of the pops where it just literally went pop, pop. It sort of, just by listening to it in time, it was perfectly in time with the video as well. So what I did was I pitched it down and put reverb on it and just recorded the reverb. Now I pitched it down using the time and pitch machine in Logic again, and that at the same time, what that did was it lengthened it. It lengthened the sample, each of them, which primarily it sounded better because it sounded like a long echo, so it sounded like the remnants of the gunshot. So obviously you've got the initial spike of noise from the gunshot and then the echo of it through the air. So that sounded pretty good. However, because it lengthened each of these things, it lengthened the entire sample, which put it out of time. So what I had to do was I just spliced it, put it together so it was in time with the video. And yeah, I added a little bit of reverb as well, just to make it sound as if it's sort of a little bit more surround, if you like. So it's coming from everywhere. It wasn't just in the like direction it was coming from. Yeah, it sounded quite good. However, I just thought that what I should do is probably make it sound like because it's coming towards the camera. I wanted to make it sound as if it was a sort of just something that was affecting the person, or affecting the viewer at least. So what I did was I pitched it down by 100% the first time, which, as I said before, led it to sounding, quite like a gunshot, or the remains of a gunshot sound. But I felt like it needed a little bit more underneath it, so I pitched it down again. And it sounded like the flutters of it. I don't know why, but it sounded like, because it had downsampled quite a lot, you could hear the echoes of the sounds. You could hear it sort of crackling through, which to me sounded like the air rippling around the bullet, which obviously you wouldn't normally hear, but it just sounded like, I don't know, when you hear it you'll see, but it just sounded really distinct as the remains of something rippling through the air. And yeah, that was my idea behind the gunshot sound, and yeah, thank you very much.